Welcome to this explainer. Look, if you're managing infrastructure today, you already know what a container is, right? You get the isolation, the efficiency, and the portability. But let's be totally honest with ourselves here. There's a massive and, frankly, often overwhelming gap between spinning up a simple Docker container on your laptop and actually operationalizing a secure, highly resilient Kubernetes environment in a live production setting. The stakes are just incredibly high. And the complexity? Well, it can spiral completely out of control if you don't have a structured plan. So today, we're dissecting the definitive guide to bridging that exact gap. We're going to chart a comprehensive path that takes you all the way from impenetrable container security to undeniable, certified Kubernetes mastery. Let's dive in.
Let's kick things off with a quote directly from our source material, because it sets the absolute baseline for everything else we're going to talk about. Security is not an afterthought, it's a foundational requirement. For IT pros transitioning to containers, this is your wake-up call. You literally cannot just build this massive, beautifully architected K8s deployment and then, try to hastily bolt a padlock onto it at the very end of the deployment pipeline. If you do that, you're essentially just rolling out the red carpet for bad actors, automated scripts, and crypto miners to hijack your compute resources. Security has to be engineered into the very DNA of your deployment from day one, step one.
And this brilliantly illustrates our core objective. True container security, it starts at the image level, long before a container ever sees the inside of a production cluster. Think of it like a structural engineer, inspecting the quality of the concrete before pouring the foundation of a giant skyscraper. You have to rigorously harden your base images. That means stripping out completely unnecessary shell tools, using distroless images whenever you can, and locking down a secure, minimalist baseline before that code moves a single inch down your pipeline. Gone are the days of just blindly pulling the latest tag from a public registry and crossing your fingers.
Because when it comes to this process, timing is quite literally everything. You've got to detect CVEs, those common vulnerabilities and exposures, before pushing anything to production. Why is the timing so crucial? Well, because by the time an infected or vulnerable image hits a live cluster, it's game over. You've already expanded the blast radius. You've exposed your internal environment, your network configs, and potentially highly sensitive company data to active threats. Catching a severe vulnerability during the local build phase? That's usually just a minor bug fix a developer can knock out before lunch. Catching that exact same vulnerability in our production environment, that triggers a massive, stressful, and incredibly expensive incident response.
So to actually make this shift-left security a reality, where you're catching things as early as humanly possible, you need an automated, actionable toolkit. The source highlights some real heavy hitters in this space, tools like Trivy, Snyk, and Docker Scout. But here's the absolute crucial takeaway. It's not just about owning these tools or running a manual scan once a month. No, it's about integrating them ruthlessly into your CI/CD pipelines. Every single image needs to be fully interrogated. If a scan fails because a critical vulnerability is detected, the build has to break automatically. Period. Don't let any code pass through to your internal registry without surviving this automated, rigorous checkpoint.
All right, so once you have that secure, hardened foundation established, it's time to apply that exact same disciplined, uncompromising mindset to your own skill development. We're moving on to the structured roadmap required to truly master these complex orchestration tools. Because trying to navigate Kubernetes without a roadmap, it's basically a recipe for huge knowledge gaps and rapid burnout.
This timeline maps out your professional progression over the next several weeks. We've got weeks 3 and 4 covering K8's basics, 5 and 6 to go deeper, and 7 and 8 to get production ready. It's designed to transform you from a beginner into a senior production-ready engineer. Jumping ahead is super tempting, I know, but mastering each specific phase sequentially is what actually separates the amateurs from the pros. Let's break down what happens in each of these critical phases.
Kicking off your journey in weeks 3 and 4, it's all about getting your hands dirty and building deep muscle memory with those K8's basics. You're living inside the command line, actively deploying apps using kubectl. Even if you've casually played around with Kubernetes before, you need this focused time to master the absolute core primitives: pods, deployments, and services. You have to intimately understand the ephemeral life cycle of a pod. Actually, scratch that. You need to understand exactly how services route traffic flawlessly under the hood before you can even think about building a scalable cluster on top of them. These are literally the atoms and molecules of your entire infrastructure.
Moving right along into weeks 5 and 6, well, the training wheels come completely off. It's time to go much deeper into the gritty complexities of running real systems in live clusters. We're talking about mastering advanced container networking, wrangling the notoriously tricky beast that is persistent storage, and configuring dynamic autoscaling under sudden load spikes. But crucially, this is where you must master RBAC, role-based access control. Because let's be totally honest here, giving every single developer and service account cluster admin privileges, that is a very fast track to updating your resume. Mastering RBAC ties directly back to that foundational zero-trust security mindset we talked about earlier.
By weeks 7 and 8, your focus shifts entirely toward the real world, making your environments fully production-ready. This brings us full circle, right back to macro-level security hardening, but you're also tackling critical modern concepts like observability. Look, if you can't accurately see the metrics, logs, and traces of what's failing in your cluster, you simply can't fix it. You'll also be implementing GitOps, ensuring your entire infrastructure state is declared in code, version-controlled, and completely automated. At this level, you're no longer just running isolated containers. You're orchestrating a resilient, self-healing, automated system.
And the ultimate culmination of this grueling roadmap, it's proving your newly acquired expertise through the industry gold standards, earning either your CKA or your CKAD certification. It's vital to choose the right path here. If your day-to-day is focused on overall cluster architecture, deep troubleshooting, and administrative ops, you target the certified Kubernetes administrator. If you're deeply focused on designing, building, and deploying cloud-native applications, you go for the developer certification. Earning either of these isn't just about slapping a digital badge on your profile, it is undeniable proof to the industry that you know exactly how to run these incredibly complex environments securely and efficiently.
So the path to mastery in hardened infrastructure is clearly laid out right in front of you. We've progressed all the way from the micro-level discipline of scanning base images with Trivy to the macro-level complexity of RBAC, GitOps, and ultimately achieving your certification. In modern infrastructure, there really is no neutral ground anymore. You're either actively, aggressively securing your environment, or you're slowly leaving the door wide open to catastrophic threats. So it leaves us with one final critical question for you to consider today. If your live production cluster was subjected to a rigorous security audit right this very second, would it withstand the scrutiny? Or is it finally time you started shifting your security left? Thank you for joining me for this explainer, and keep learning.